What is up, everybody? Welcome to Queencast episode 3. I am your producer here today. My name is Ryno. A little bit different of a show today. Unfortunately, Zona is not going to be able to join us here. We have Stee here. Stee is going to be leading the show. We'll have a guest coming on from xoKomplex from Team Risen Rose. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Sit back, enjoy episode 3, Queenscast. Here is your host, Mr. GG Stee.
Well, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you.
Got it, man.
So again, I am GG Stee, admin / mod for QC, Ryno, all that fun stuff. Been modding again for Risen Rose. Give us a follow on the YouTube, join our Discord, come ask us questions and everything like that if you guys have any. And if you're listening on Spotify, don't forget to hit the 5-star and or give us a like, give us a follow.
5 stars. Don't forget the 5
stars, please. I mean, if you think that we're that good. If not, then you can give us 1 star. It's fine.
No. 5 stars are nothing. You guys got to give 5 stars, or it's just unacceptable if you don't.
5 stars, or you're not real.
There you go. You heard it there.
So, just real quick though, there are also not really rule changes, but some news for this coming week for QCPC. Because of the new season and Valentine's Day, we are going to be taking a bye week and moving everything to the following week. Kind of leading into that, though, with the whole Season 20 thing, like, I don't know, I'm really excited to see what happens. I don't really think there's going to be a true legend meta. I think everyone's just kind of... They're gonna be playing who they want to play, though, Like,
yeah, I gotta say, Steve, like Season 20 might be the first time in Apex where we don't have a set legend meta, for like Horizon Bang, Catalyst was like the most common one, I think. We're gonna see a lot of different combinations, and being a TO and a caster, bro, like I'm super excited to see not only what the ladies are gonna bring to the table in Queen's Cup, but across the board in Apex Comp. Like it's going to be a whole different animal. Super excited for it. Season 20 is hopefully going to be an introduction to basically a whole new game here, Steve.
Dude, like seriously though, like I don't know if it's just me, but having to play like certain comps just to be somewhat on a even playing field kind of sucks, dude. Like having to like force someone to play like Horizon or Bang just so it can be even in fights, or like right now Conduit is like one of the strongest like team metas, like if you don't have Conduit on your team, you're like literally kind of thrown because you don't have those shields. And it was like back in the day, like early ALGS, when you didn't have Gibby, you were throwing. Like it's just insane. And like now Bang is really fucking strong. I remember when Bang was nowhere to be seen in the meta until like, was it like early last year when everyone started to play like Bang a little bit more.
I remember when Shiv kind of brought Bang into the scene, and it was he was like one of a kind. Like there wasn't any other Bangs. Yeah. And then out of nowhere, the Bangalore just became meta, and now it's I think she's still probably gonna be one of the most picked legends moving forward. But
well, dude, it's like the same thing with his Watson and Seer. Like no one was playing Seer. And then his Watson, showed up at ALGS and dropping fucking nukes.
Right,
like
right.
With Seer. And
changed the whole meta.
Holy shit.
Changed the whole meta. Was what Seer, Valk, and Bangalore, right? Changed the
Seer,
whole meta.
Valk, Bang, or Seer,
Horizon, Bang.
Cat. Yeah, Seer, Cat, Bang, Seer, Cat, Horizon. Like everyone just had a Seer.
Yeah. It's gonna be exciting to see.
If you didn't, you're just kind of fucked.
Seer come back. I mean, there's just so many different combinations. We've been looking into it. It's gonna be really cool. Be really cool.
I'm excited to see, like, I know like Caustic. You've been playing Caustic the last couple of days, but Caustic is gonna be pretty strong, I think, and so is I think Bang still might kind of be a mainstay in Legend Comp, but I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. I know. I just saw yesterday the big Legends running animations in first person is going to be updated. so it's gonna be a lot smoother. Doesn't feel as clunky.
Oh no, that's not good for the
Yeah.
sim.
Well, dude, like I remember, like, dude, if you're playing Caustic, Newcastle, or Gibby, and then switch to a smaller character, it feels so much different. And then trying to go back to them, it just feels like you're clunky, you know? Like
Oh,
it's
for
just the
sure.
animation.
I mean, I switched to Caustic past couple of days, as Steve said. I play Rampart mainly, Bangalore, Ballistic Vantage, but I'm learning Caustic. I got the heirloom, and I like the affordability. What's the term, Steve?
The
Forti
fortified buff.
Fortified buff, bro. It's crazy. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's nuts. And being able to be a controller legend with that. So I definitely think
Yeah.
Caustic. See, if you had to pick a meta just off the top of your head, real quick, before we dive into Queen's Cup results and stuff for next season, what's your prediction? If
My
there's gonna be one,
prediction.
if there's gonna be one meta, I know there's not gonna be because of all the different abilities and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
you leave it up to Apex Comp to figure things out. So who do you think it would be if it is?
I honestly, with the buffs coming out for two of the characters, I'd say Caustic Bang with either Bloodhound or Seer. Honestly, I think it's going to kind of go back to a scan meta.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Like
Seer
when,
Caustic Bangalore, and that's my
yeah,
prediction.
like I think having MNK player on Bang is going to be huge.
Especially with the
And
Digi.
then, yeah, especially with like the Digi nerf for SMG. And then having a roller player on Bloodhound or like your control character, you know, it's gonna do. It's gonna be fun to see. It's gonna be fun to watch, especially with fucking ALGS in the middle of it. Like this whole thing's just changing, and they're gonna have like what, a month off or something like that.
Yeah, they gave him 2 to 3 weeks off. I think it
Yeah,
was.
I'm sorry to see what everyone cooks. I mean, I'm a TSM fanboy, so I've been kind
Uh,
of seeing what they've been doing, man.
they'll figure it out. They probably already have figured it out. So it
Yeah, I
wouldn't
mean,
be
they've already
shocking.
play tested, so.
Yeah. Yeah, but hopefully we see a lot of different comps, man. As a caster, it'd be awesome to sit back and watch I don't know, a Rampart Fuse. I don't even know. Like it doesn't like any advantage. Like just it'd be cool. It'd just be cool to cast that. It's just something that you don't really get to do. Casting, all I really cast is Horizon, Bangalore. Now Bloodhound's kind of getting back in there.
Mhm.
Catalyst, and Watson occasionally. Shout out Insomnia, but I mean it's the same thing. So I'm really excited as a TO and a caster. That's probably what I'm looking forward to the most next season.
Dude, Watson's going to be insanely strong.
Yeah, those spawning arc stars and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
nuts,
like
bro.
double pylon, like,
It's nuts. It's
uh,
nuts.
yeah, I don't even know. Like that's gonna be like the biggest counter to like people picking Fuse though. Like having a Watson on the team, you know.
Right.
But I guess we'll see what happens, man.
2 more days.
Imagine Vantage though being in meta.
I mean, they can hit the beacons now. I mean,
Yeah,
both
dude.
beacons.
Double beacon scan
It's a good thing I got practice with her.
and able to see through smoke too, like when they're passive. So
All
I
right,
don't know,
Steve.
man.
What happened in Queen's Cup this week?
So Queen's Cup. Let's see. All right, so we have Insomnia leading the way as usual. I feel like that's kind of been a trend. I think, dude, they're just one of the most consistent teams. It's kind of insane to me. But last week they did win on the day with 36 kills, 83 points.
Yeah, the average
Followed.
placement was just that's what got me there, Steve. The average placement here for Insomnia this week was 2.7.
Dude, Jesus,
Two
that's
point
just, yeah,
seven.
that's massive, dude. That's just they. I mean, dude, like it's not surprising. Like they always find themselves to be in the end game. Like
Oh, absolutely.
if they don't die below 10th place, they're usually top 5.
Yeah, yeah. And if you get care pack weapons in the hands of Selena, it's kind of a
Yeah.
guaranteed top 3.
Either Selena with the wingman or Julie with the fucking Kraber, dude.
Right. Yeah.
It's just the tide is in their favor at that point. Like I remember watching, I think it was a zone towards, or was it Climatizer, and how huge they were playing. They were literally holding, I think, like 75 meters, 80 meters, something like that.
Yeah, they do well with that. They use Julie's Watson to its
Yeah,
maximum capacity, holding down massive amounts of real estate and
they were holding
overruns.
like train tracks and then like
Yeah,
truck side, like all on the backside of Climatizer. Like that entire area was just them.
yeah. No, they've been showing out thus far, man. I mean, what we're 5 weeks in, and they've just been dominant the whole time. But LG
With the
Red
addition of
catching up,
MGT.
bro. Catching up, you
Yeah,
know.
LG Red 41 points. Total last week they had 43 kills and 69 points on the day. You know,
Hey
like
yo,
they're I think they're starting to pick up the pace, and they also had Toucan actually as their sub for Gabs. Gabs didn't make it in, but you know, you give anyone LG like Ducks and
you
like you just put anyone with Ducks, dude, and
you
they're fine.
Usaki was their sub last week.
Was it Yusaki? I thought it
Usaki,
was.
Dopey, and Gabs were the three.
Oh, okay. Who am I thinking
Usaki
of?
led the lobby in damage, I believe, with 8.2k. So
Hmm.
they look better and better. They missed a week, so they're playing catch up right now. But
Yeah.
they pretty much locked themselves in for finals, so that's good to see.
Yeah, and then huge surprise. PPG up there in the top three for the day. 31 kills
PPG.
and
Hey, shout
63
out
points.
PPG and Amun, bro. Both of them getting inside
Both
the
of them
top
showed up.
four. Yeah, they
Yeah.
both showed up this week. PPG, I think average placement was 4.7. I mean,
Hmm.
casting them, bro, is the fights that they were having, like holding teams off on different angles. Like they were doing a great job. That was probably the best. I've seen PPG finish second before, but I think overall, I think that's the best IGLing I've ever seen from Sammy, especially with the trialing player. Shout out to Ange there. She performed tremendously on Wednesday. But Amun too, bro. Amun went back to back. Shout out PBG,
Yeah.
Emery, and Adele, bro. Like they went back to back, dude. That's not easy to do in these lobbies. And Amun, they did that. They did that on Stormpoint back to back.
Hopefully we see them trending upwards. You know, like the last 2 weeks, they've been definitely improving, getting back into the rhythm of things. I think you know, PBG is starting to feel a lot more confident, like in these lobbies, figuring out how everyone plays, and her IGL skills are starting to show up.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, definitely among the top of the list there when it comes to IGLing for sure. See, how about that Lust TSM contest, bro? We're starting to we're seeing on both maps now, bro. Both maps. We
On
got
yeah, on both maps, there is some tension between those two teams for sure, dude. It's exciting, you know. I mean, it sucks to say, but TSM did go what 1-5 on the day.
1-5 on past Wednesday, bro. Yeah, unfortunate for him.
Unfortunate,
Um,
very unfortunate, and it dropped him pretty far back in the overall standings too, man.
yeah, they finished 10th on the day, managing to collect some good ladder point, but their average placement was 13.8. So definitely one of the tougher days there for TSM, but they're a top team regardless. They'll
Yeah,
figure
you
it out.
usually don't see it, but you
Yeah.
know it happens.
Yeah, big
Everyone has those days,
congratulations.
man.
Big congrats to them too, real quick, Steve, for getting signed in Pro League by TSM. So now they're
That's true. It's
TSM Legacy
TSM Phoenix.
or Phoenix, TSM Phoenix. So
Yeah,
yeah, big congrats to them. That's huge. That's huge for the women's comp scene,
very
two of them.
huge.
So
Uh,
3 stars, Steve. Who we got?
3 stars. The Queens of the Week. We have Sammy with 17 kills, 5.7k damage. And of course, LG Red's very own Gabs with 12 kills, 6.9 damage. And Haley's with 18 kills and the highest damage leading that pack with 8.6. As was that team? I think they're called Fill-ins, right? That
They
was
called
just,
themselves fill-ins this past week,
yeah,
but that's a good
it's like a
squad.
ragtag team. They're really good though. You got
Yeah.
Hales, Rachel, and Ilarina. Ilarina?
I've been calling Arena the past year and a
Reina.
half, so hopefully I'm right.
We'll just
Hopefully I'm
call her
right.
Reina.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are in here right now, I cast your games for the most part, and if I say your name wrong, please holla at me. Let me know. Poor Anne Marie in chat right now, but I called her Amari for a good year before
Amari, true.
before I figured it out. So
Yo, that's
please
the
hit me
Ryno
up.
special though. The
Yeah, I can't. The
mispronunciation, dude.
mispronunciation, bro. It wouldn't be the same without it. So just hit me up though. If you're like, oh, that ain't how I say my name. I can't use this clip. Well, let me know so I can fix it. But I want to make sure you guys can use as much content as you can.
People butcher your name all the time, though.
Rhinoculus, bro. Like, come on, it's Rhinoculus. Like, it's not even close, bro. It's a Rhinolicious.
There's one dude who called you Rhinocerolicious.
Rhinocerolicious, dude. That's a first. I didn't hear that one yet. Oh man. But speaking
right,
of the,
we get into my power rankings, huh?
Yeah.
Let's get into that.
Stee's 6, bro. I love this little thing.
So the top 3 didn't change though, because for me, there's some of the most consistent teams, Insomnia being the most consistent. With just that addition of Envy, they have just been a powerhouse. Like no one can stop them right now with just how consistent they've been playing. I think the biggest thing is just how well they rotate and how quick they can get into god spots. Like just knowing their zones it definitely shows, kind of a skill gap of like that knowledge of being able to be like, yeah, this is this zone, we need to go here now. Let's get here and let's hold it down. It's a huge advantage for them. And then of course we have LG Red and Lust in 2 and 3. Those two again consistent. LG sometimes just runs over a lobby and completely kills everyone. I mean, last week they had 43 kills. It's followed right behind Insomnia. Insomnia had 36 kills, so it's kind of a gap in kills there. And TSM4 Gang 5, and I can't tell what the logo that is. What's going on?
It's Zenith, bro. Zenith.
Yeah, Zenith.
You gave me the list, bro.
I know. I was trying to find my list, man. I'm not familiar with that logo.
Yeah, that's their logo on their Instagram. I mean, on their Twitter. So I pulled it. That's what I just pull off the Twitter for the most part. Well, I'm gonna say real quick, Stee, off of your power 6, but I'm gonna have to hit you with a disagreeing here. I'm gonna have to disagree with one of your rankings here. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I'd put TSM number 4, bro.
Really?
They've been struggling.
Down?
I don't even think they're in my top 6 at this point. I know they got the skill. I know they're one of the best teams in women's comp. I know on a good day they're probably the best team in women's comp. But based off of what we've seen this season, bro, in 5 weeks, they have been struggling tremendously in their contest with Lust. Whatever the reason could be, whether it's just not, not enough time practicing that contest with them at Lightning Rod, because that's kind of new, or whatever it may be, just time constraining because of what's going on with Pro League. Obviously that's way more important. But I think I moved them out, and I think I'd be putting Amun in this top 6, bro.
I was kind of questioning that too when we were talking earlier. I had Amun originally.
Yep.
But I still want to see more from them. I still want to see more from PBG and Ideal and Amory. Like they're on their way there.
Oh,
they're
for sure.
Definitely on their way there.
Yeah, I think for me they're there right now. I think that winning back-to-back games last week, getting top 4, I think their best placement there overall. But I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like TSA, this is a tough list. I think Gang as well sneaks in there. I like that pick. Definitely a team that doesn't get talked about enough. I agree with your top 3 though. Your top 3 is pretty straight. But yeah,
I think that's it's going to remain unchanged unless something huge happens. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about that top 3.
Yeah, and PPG, real quick, PPG, not PBG, PPG, the team. I mean, I've been casting them for over a year, right? I've casted them when they first formed. They were called the Powerpuff Girls. They didn't even do the abbreviations. We'll lead this in here to you, Steve, because this is your team spotlight, I believe.
Yeah,
definitely. I think, in my opinion, I think Steve's opinion, as well as we head into this next segment, is the next team up and coming. Sammy, IGL. I talk about all the time on the live cast how impressive she can be. But when she and Queen Potato unfortunately lost Dissy, Dissy's no longer part of the team, so they're on the lookout right now for a third. So it might take a little bit longer than anticipated. But after watching them perform this past Wednesday, bro, if they can get behind Sammy's IGLing and they can find a fragger, bro, it's gonna be they're gonna be a really good team moving into the finals. So I definitely looking at.
100%.
They've been very consistent the past few
Yeah, I
weeks.
mean, they had Ange, Amy Shea, sub in, and she had 7 kills, and Sammy popped off on her own at 17. So
Yeah, yeah. Sammy had a
it's
fantastic day.
a huge day, and
Good potato too, bro. Don't forget about
yeah,
potato, bro.
potato. No, no,
Yeah,
no. I know.
yeah. Potato's goaded
Potato.
with goaded with the
It's the
Kraber,
duo
bro.
for Sammy. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
sure.
And like Ryno was saying, they are looking for that stable final piece. They have been trialing a few different girls throughout the 2 weeks since Dissy left, I think.
Yeah, I think Ange, and then they had Anna as well trial,
Yeah,
and
they
then they
had
had
Anna
Ange.
trial.
Ange
And shout out
was.
shout out Anna too, dude. She's, I think, one of the most underrated free agents at the moment.
There's a lot of free agents though.
Yeah.
There's a
No,
lot.
but for me, dude, like for how much we play with Anna a lot. We see how good she can be,
She's gonna get out of her
and I
head, bro.
know
She got out of her head, bro. She's a
I know
hell of
she
a
needs to get
player.
out of her head for
Yeah, she's
sure.
a hell of a player. Hell of a player.
We had a good talk a few nights ago, and like she needs to play with more confidence
Yeah,
because like we've seen her just absolutely like murder everyone.
right.
But yeah,
Uh,
dude, like
sure.
with PPG though, like I completely agree with you. They're on the come up for sure. Sammy's gaining that confidence. And you can see with that last week showing, and Queen Potato being right behind her. Like it's finding that perfect third that complements their play style, and that won't challenge too many calls or not let Sammy be intimidated by making a call, and just encouraging her confidence, and letting being a support system for her.
Yeah,
But definitely, dude, like they've been climbing up real quick too.
yeah. I mean, I remember watching them as a baby team, bro. To see how far they've come,
Mhm.
it's very very impressive. And I made a little logo here today for them. So I hit her up. I was like, I don't know, like if you guys still refer to yourself as Powerpuff Girls or not, or what's up. But she's probably sleeping. So I was like, you know what? I'll just put something together real quick for him. Hopefully it's right. But what's funny is they trialed Ange this past weekend, right? And I think Ange is probably their best trial they've had yet since doing the LF1. Ange is another one, bro. She's been looking for a team for I don't know how long, and I mean I don't know behind the scene reasons, I don't know anything like that. But
Mhm.
based off of skill, like Ange is one of the most talented players in the scene, and the fact that she still doesn't have a team surprises me. And then you
Yeah.
look at her play with the team like PPG, a team on the come up. I really think that might be, the player that they were missing there, and could be looking at their third without us even knowing. But I do believe they're trialing some other people this week with the new season and stuff. Things could change, so we don't know. But Powerpuff Girls, Stee, definitely number 7 right now overall.
Yeah, man, with that new season, I'm excited to see what happens the following week, and who stays at the top of the leaderboards and everything, man. It's just going to be a huge shakeup.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be the most exciting part of Comp Apex,
for sure.
like
Yeah.
just to see what happens.
All right, Stee. Well, let's talk about the PC real quick before we get the guest on here.
All right, so PC overall, we have Karma in first place with 12 points, and they're only 2 points out of QC. So the following week they can get those points and move up, and or a couple teams move down, and then we do have a 3-way tie
Yeah.
for second. We have Good Girls, Mecca, and Resin Rose all with 11, so literally only a point behind Karma. And just looking at the leaderboards right now, like how close all of this is. 2 10 points. SES, SSG, and Athena all have 9. It's all very close. These points. It's not like a huge gap, so anyone can take it, really.
Yeah, we got Mecca moving up to QC this week. They won the
Yeah.
PC last week, so that point total, formerly known as Delta as well. We're leading into our next segment before we hit the guest, but Mecca definitely a team to look out for. They performed very
Yeah,
well in the Princess
49
Cup.
kills and 86 points, man.
Yeah,
It's a
Very,
huge
very
day.
tough. Very talented group of ladies there too. I honestly, when I looked at the team, because I don't do the Princess Cup. That's Tessa and Tipsy. I look at the standings when it's all done. I check out the stats and stuff for the graphics and whatnot. And I saw the team that they put together, and bro, they could make some noise over in the QC, bro. They really could. So I expect out of this list here, Steve, I definitely expect to see Mecca competing for that 20th spot, if not higher in the standings. Good girls as well. That's Winx' squad. They've been trying to find a third. I do see them potentially moving up at some point as well. But you know, it's not over yet though, Steve. I mean, we still got 3 weeks left, right?
3 weeks, yeah.
Lots of potential to win a PC or you know, just get some more points. So those teams that are in the bottom 10 here in the Princess Cup, things could turn around for them. You never know. D Sports Valks, I mean, they're new. They just started last week. But they're a very good team. They came in third, I believe, and I could see them moving up too. So a lot to look out for here the last 3 weeks of the season.
Not usually. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a huge shakeup, honestly.
Yeah.
And then for my underdog / sleeping beauty, we got Slim Shay coming in, 22 kills, 7.2 damage. They're playing the old Horizon, and she helped Mecca secure that win to move into QC. And a quick note too, she also won Ryno's Queen Cup Random Royale last year.
She did.
So she's a fragger, can definitely hold her own, and any team that does have her on the team is definitely has a huge pickup.
Yeah, Shay's gross, bro. Shay is a very talented player. She has her name as Janie's #1 fan on the Overstat. So at first I didn't know who it was, bro. And real quick, bro, if you guys play him in the Queen's Cup, bro, like just to make it easy for me, real quick, and just change your name to what it is. That way I don't have to go diving deep while I'm casting about who is who. I got friggin' Janie's #1 fan. I got other people's names in the Queen's Cup. It's like I don't know.
You can literally click
Drake's
on
like different
team.
Personalities and shit like that. Like I don't know, man. It's just so many different people with different names, so it's tough for me to keep up. But but Slim is gross, man. She's a hell of a player. Seeing her team up with with Jen and Beyblade, bro, it's a very good team.
Team.
Yeah, they dominated the Princess Cup, and they're moving up to Queen's Cup after 1 week here. So excited to see how they play out the rest of the weeks here.
Yeah, I mean, I want to call it now and say, if all three of them are playing the following week, I would honestly not be surprised to see them in the top 10. Putting that out there,
Yeah, hey, as long as they get enough points, and TSM keeps losing that contest to Lust, there'll be opportunity for a lot of teams to move up to the top 10.
Is Complex ready right now? Do you know?
I message her right now. She should be. So before we get that happening, once again, this is the Queen's Cast. My name is Ryno. I'm usually the producer. You're not seeing me on camera because I didn't have my stuff set up and I didn't feel like going on camera. And this is Steve. But usually Zona's here. Shout out to Zona and Women's Circuits. She's usually our co-host, but she's unfortunately not able to join us today. Hope everything is all right with her. But Steve, we got our guest ready. I'm gonna drag her in. I'm gonna let you take control of this interview here. I'll hop in with some questions at the end. But chat, give it up for Complex, team member of Rivers and Rose. Enjoy the interview.
Complex, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How's your day, morning going? I don't know what part of the world you're in. Or part of
I'm on East Coast. It was good. I'm on DGen hours, so I fell asleep like 5 a.m. Woke up 11.
Hey, same. I think I was up till about 6.
Yup. I was watching Pro League.
Yeah, Pro League. Was it APAC? Was it APAC South last night?
It was, but I napped through NA, so I was watching the VOD back.
Yeah, I was at work for NA. I didn't get to watch any of it.
Yeah, I usually just watch VOD back in bed or something.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Team you play on and your role and all that good stuff. I'm sure everyone wants to hear.
So I'm Complex. I'm an entry fragger for Risen Rose. I play Bang, my queen. She's gonna be so broken in new season. I can't wait.
Oh, it's yeah, it's gonna be completely different.
Oh, I'm so excited. Don't even get me started.
So do you think do you see it as a nerf what they're doing to her or I mean taking away digis from SMGs and everything?
Honestly, I think it's super necessary for the game because especially with like care pack weapons, like especially with a weapon in every care pack, basically every single team has at least 1 or 2 digis. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like it just kind of defeats the purpose of bang smoke majority of the time. So I think it's really healthy for the game and I'm excited to run a freaking wingman on the floor loop so that I can get digi. So I'm happy with that.
And you're a controller player, right?
Yeah, I'm a copy and paste.
Yeah, but I mean it's very I don't want to say rare anymore. It used to be a lot more rare, but controller players playing on Bang, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's different because I mean everyone knows the aim assist doesn't work as well in smoke. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of experience on Bing controller, but does it still work with? Does aim assist work with Digi or no?
No, it doesn't. But
It
there's
doesn't.
like they changed their smokes not that long ago, so
Yeah,
you
where
can
it's a little bit
you
more
can
visible.
still you can still see a little bit, but
Hmm.
no, there's no aim assist. But in my opinion, if you're a half decent controller player, it doesn't make a difference. You should
Hmm.
still be able to spray people for like 70 to 100 regardless of aim assist in my opinion. Unless you just whiff your shots like me, but
No,
but
I've seen
yeah.
some beams from you through smoke. It's
Oh my gosh,
you know you're
thanks.
definitely definitely one of the better Bang controller players. That's for sure.
Oh my gosh, thanks.
Look at
I
Stee.
love Bang. I didn't have any experience on her before I joined Risen Rose. Like I was just a little pub player Horizon crutch. And then they were like basically the main thing they were missing was a Bang player. So I was like, fuck it. I guess I'll
Okay, let's
learn.
work.
Yeah. I had to show like, I wanted to get picked up, so I had to show adaptability. I'm like, whatever you throw at me, I just gotta deal with it. So I just learned Bang. And
I
now
mean,
I like
so
love her more than anyone.
so it kind of leads me to my next question. Like, you were a free agent, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what are some tips that you can give like other free agents? And as a free agent, what did you look for?
Well, so like I wasn't even LFT actually.
Hmm.
Like when I got picked up, I was literally just playing pubs and like I had posted to my Twitter a few times I really wanted to do women's comp and I knew Envy through TikTok, Envy from Insomnia.
Yeah.
And so we were mutuals on Twitter and like Woomy needed one for a pro-am. And the requirements for the pro-am were like so restricted. Like you couldn't be higher than diamond. You couldn't have done more than 15's women's comp events. Like I was pretty much the only person alive that like that was left. It was like a day before. So Envy just tagged me in the tweet. And like usually I struggle with anxiety pretty bad. So usually I would be like, hell no, I'm not doing that. Like, but like I knew that I really did want to try comp. And I knew just from like seeing a few women's comp players in the past that Woomy was just like the sweetest angel alive.
Hmm.
So I was like, I'm just gonna shoot my shot. And yeah, they picked me up for the pro-am. And like even after that, I wasn't like gonna LFT or anything. So I don't know if I really count as a free agent.
Yeah.
But yeah, after the pro-am, I just felt super confident playing with Woomy. Like I said, she was really nice and like answered my questions. And so I knew that like I had potential to learn with her. And so I just asked literally right after the pro-am, I was like, hey, I know I have zero experience and that's a super mood killer, but like if you guys ever need one or need a pickup, because they were looking for an entry fragger as well. So it was just like
Yeah.
crazy timing.
Yeah, I think
And
what was it? Viper just left, right?
yeah, I think they were LF1 for like a month maybe
Yeah.
or like 3 weeks. And they had someone else that they were like in talks with picking up. And then I just kind of popped up out of nowhere. But so yeah, I told them like if you ever need one, even just for a sub, like it would be great experience for me, and I'm always down, and I have complete open availability. And literally, Woomy was like, "Wow, that's crazy. We actually need one in 30 minutes. Can you get on?"
That's
And
wild.
this is when Olympus was in scrim. So literally my first scrim ever, I got on with like 15 minutes in the range, which like range time is so important to me. So 15 minutes is scary. And my first games that we were playing, we were conned in gardens
Yeah.
on Olympus, and I was playing
Ugh.
Wraith. Like I just had to jump into it. But I feel like what really made a difference for me at least, which I think it's really important for other girls who are a free agent to do, is like I feel like content is just so important. Like you need to have your VODs up, you need to have Twitter clips. Like there's so many girls even that, you know, have like hit up Ness and I
Mhm.
in the trial process, and it's like they have no VODs, they have no clips. I'm like, how am I supposed to know what we're looking for? You know, like how am I supposed to know, you know? So
Yeah.
I feel like that's really important, and obviously I came into it already as a content creator. Like I had been doing content long before women's comp, so I feel like that was what really made the difference for me at least. Even like after I got picked up to Risen Rose, I feel like the content is what made me like grow within the women's comp scene fast, I guess. Like I'm not that I'm saying anything, but like you know what I mean? I feel like content really does make a
Yeah,
huge
yeah, yeah.
difference. Even if it's like you don't have to be pulling banger numbers, like a clip to the timeline here and there is really makes a
Yeah.
difference.
Well, being on that other side now, since you guys are looking, for your third, like
Mhm.
what do you and Ness typically look for, or like what are you guys looking for currently?
Well, we're definitely looking for an IGL, but unfortunately, like in women's comp, there's so many girls who are LFT, but there's not a ton of IGLs, or there's a ton of girls who can IGL but don't regularly IGL. So that's like our biggest struggle right now, because Ness and I are just like we have a great fighting dynamic as a roller duo, and we're very in
Mhm.
the front, we're very loud as fuck with our comms. Like
Uh-huh.
we're very
Yeah, you guys are.
vocal. Yeah. So like it's really just a struggle of finding like a decent IGL with good mechanics, because women's comp is just so focused on like mechanics. Even if
Yeah.
you're not playing hard edge, like if there's one thing you need to do, it's win your gunfights. So, like, really, we're just looking for a decent IGL that can make calls and react, because we want to be more hybrid, which means like a lot of last second reactions. So, we really
Yeah.
need someone who reacts fast and can just shoot their gun for real. And also, like, an anchor preferably, because Ness and I are just like we just do so much damage in the front that if we just have someone half decent in the back for us, like we will
Yeah.
win every gunfight. Genuinely, I believe that. Like I think I genuinely believe that if we just find a decent IGL that makes calls and shoots her gun, that we could absolutely be a top team. But it's just a matter of finding that for sure.
Yeah.
And if we can't, then like we decided if we can't find the right IGL, that we would start a co-IGL dynamic. But for me at least, I would definitely rather like we just play so much better with an IGL to lead the way for us.
Mhm.
And I feel like when we co-IGL, we've done it like 2 or 3 times so far. It just feels so hard for me to focus on entering, like doing my
Yeah.
job as an entry fragger. So I definitely think I belong as an entry fragger and like just shooting my gun and looking for damage. So, but if we have to do it, we have to do it, and you know, we'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
No, I feel like it was sometime last year. I feel like the whole IGL thing kind of got like skewed by someone's post on Twitter. They said something about how IGL needs to be like top frag, top damage, and all that kind of stuff. And
oh my gosh,
I feel like it kind of deterred a lot of people from wanting to be an IGL. Like for me,
right?
Like when I'm playing, if I'm IGLing, anchor is one of the most important roles because it gives me time to look, like, to see the layout of what we're running into,
Right.
and having two gunners to run in, like when you make that call, and you can think after the fight,
yeah,
like while it's happening, I think is really important too.
yeah, 100%. And it's just there's so much that an IGL has to do and like think about. And like me personally, I just know I'm way too lazy for all that shit. Like I don't want to do any of that.
Yeah, I mean, at
Any of
least you're
that.
honest.
I just want to shoot my
Like,
gun, you know?
fuck that, I just want to kill people.
No, literally. And it's also just like I've had this conversation with Kai when Ness and I were trying to figure out like are we going to look for an IGL or are we going to co-IGL? I had this conversation with Kai, and especially as a roller player, like when you just have so much other stuff you have to do on top of shooting your gun, it's almost like you're nerfing yourself. And like how can you 180 spray someone when you're thinking of, oh, we have to rotate here after this. We have a third party coming in from this POI. Like, you know what I mean? It's just so much to think about at one time. So, yeah, I would rather not. I'd
Yeah, I
rather
mean,
not.
that's why, for me, like anchor IGL is a huge like advantage. Like it gives them time to think and what to do next instead
Yeah.
of having to completely focus on what you're doing in the now. I mean, like,
Yeah.
yeah, you do need to focus what you're doing on the now, but it's a lot more important to know what your next move is going to be, because if you're
Yeah.
done with the fight, don't know what to do, you're just sitting there.
Yeah, especially when you have like Ness and I are very loud, as we said, and we have worked really hard on our micros. So like it's almost like we're doing that part already. So it takes a little bit of weight off of whatever IGL we're with's shoulders.
Hmm.
So that's why we think like an anchor style IGL would be best fit with us, because our micros are already so strong and our dynamic together is already so strong that it's like literally whenever we're trialing people who are maybe not used to
Give
anchoring,
me a
I tell them
Q-tip.
to just think about it like me and Ness are on a leash. Like if you see something, just tell someone to go shoot, go get it. Like literally especially because like it doesn't matter who I'm playing with, I will have full trust in them. If someone tells me to go swing something, I'm immediately gonna go swing it, especially because I'm just fiending for a
Yeah,
fight. So
just
like
foaming at the mouth.
yeah, so like I literally whenever we're trialing girls, I literally just tell them like think of me and
Oh, I
Ness
put
as
I
like
put
little
soap in
roller
it.
puppies on a fucking leash, and you just set us free and we do what you tell us. Like it's really, that's why we think an anchor would work best with us for sure. And neither of us want to anchor, if we're being honest. And
Mhm.
I don't think either of us belong in an anchor position regardless. So
Yeah, I mean, for controller players, I think it's kind of a disadvantage for them to be anchoring. I mean, some teams can make
yeah.
it work, but
Yeah, for sure. I agree
it's,
with you.
having that aim assist up front is a lot more important, I think.
Yeah, 100%. And like Ness and I just like we play off each other's roles super well. Like if Ness for some reason, like if I have to take a bat and Ness has to enter, like I know she's gonna do a shit ton of damage and then I just refrag for her, or vice versa. Like we just
Yeah.
play off of each other so well, and it's just guaranteed damage from both of us that like if we just have a decent IGL anchoring, I think it's like the money spot for real.
You guys definitely are really strong fighters together. When I'm, adminning a lobby and watching you guys are almost inseparable. Like during fights, you guys are just right next to each other. It's
Thank
actually
you,
pretty crazy to
Steve.
see.
Yeah, we just I don't know, we work really hard on it, and we've
Yeah.
been working really hard on it since I joined the team, so I really appreciate that.
So are you able to, spill the beans if you guys are trialing someone in the next coming weeks?
We are trialing people every single day this week.
Hmm.
So I can tell you want the tea on like who we're trialing this week?
Yeah, let's go.
I got you. Okay, let me pull up my notes real quick. This week we're trialing Haley. I'm Haley's on Monday.
Nice.
We're trialing Nuggets gang. We're trialing Jen's Void again. We're trialing REXO. I don't think she's like super in the comp scene, but we are trialing her. And then we've been trying to get in a trial with Slim Shay as well.
Nice.
But she's been moving, so it's hard to get schedules together. But that's what we're looking at this week. But things are obviously open to change and stuff. Yeah, we didn't think we'd have this many people to trial as IGL. But we're slowly finding people.
Man, but both Haley's or Slim Shay would be massive pickups for you guys, I think.
For sure.
They both popped off last week.
Oh yeah, I know. They went crazy. Haley always goes crazy. Haley's gross at the game.
Yeah, she's consistent.
She's like, when I first joined women's comp, her and Kai were the main like entry fraggers that I looked up to and was like, that's how I want to play. So I have a lot of respect for Haley for sure.
Nice. That's dope to hear. I think that's like it's a big thing. I think like a lot of people need that influence from someone, you know, to take their game to the next step.
Absolutely. And like Kai helped us VOD review one night, like before his and hers finals, and just like I literally had no idea how to entry frag before that. So Kai is just very smart and knows what the fuck she's doing and confident as hell, and Haley is the same way. So it's like very easy to just watch them and like see their confidence and how they just, excuse my language, big dick swing everything. That's like literally when I first joined comp, like all I was saying was I just need confidence to big dick swing everything. Like that's all I need to learn how to do. Like that's the one thing I need to do. And so watching them, like they have that full confidence. And there's a lot of entry fraggers in Pro League or Tier 2 as well that I watch that I'm like, holy shit, they just have zero fear. And so that's like something I've been trying to implement into my gameplay since like the very beginning. And I think we're finally getting there, but it took a little while.
So for next season though, since like everything is changing up here in like 2 days, what are some things that you guys are cooking for Legend Comp? What are you guys thinking?
We have no idea. We have no clue. I mean, I think Bang will still be a staple for every single team, in my opinion. Unless like the only other legend I could see people using instead of Bang as Cat because of the longer wall perk. Because I mean, I just feel like, me personally, I think Bang is just so important for rotating so that you don't burn through a Cat ult. And I mean, just smoking LOSs off, the Bang ult for like, you know, the oh shit pushes. And I just think Bang is the most important legend in comp right now. And I mean, she's going to be healing herself in her smokes. And especially with the Digi nerf, like Bang is going to be even more powerful now. So, because not every single team is going to be able to abuse Digi back on you. The way, like, you know, if you try and smoke and take an off angle, like, oh, well, this team has Wingman, Prowler, fucking triple Digi. Nice try. You're dead. So it's like, it'll be a lot more powerful when only, you know, most likely only the Bang player will have Digi, or, you know, at least not on SMGs. That'll make a huge difference. So definitely I think Bang will still be in the mix. I think Cat is going to be super powerful too. I honestly feel like, I know Bang Cat Conduit is big meta right now. I feel like that'll still probably be one of the metas, but I do think Caustic and Watson are going to go crazy. And Ness is a gross Watson, so like she's great at Watson. But Watson is definitely more like a pure zone moment. So I really don't know. I really hope Seer is not in the damn mix. I really hope not.
Ryno's in the chat saying Caustic Bang Seer.
I really hope he's not. I was very fortunate that I didn't start comp till after Seer meta was over, so that's great.
Yeah, you're pretty lucky.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate.
I mean, and even before that, the Bloodhound meta. Like Bloodhound scans were huge back then too.
Yeah, I love Bloodhound. I've ran him like maybe once in a co-ed scrim, but I mean bang with Bloodhound is just disgusting. So I'm down to cook up with whatever. We'll probably experiment a bit for sure. But yeah, I know Valk is probably gonna come back into meta too, and I really don't want to play Valk, so I'm hoping not for that. But yeah, I mean Valk does seem like she's gonna be crazy powerful, so
yeah, I mean being on controller, you're almost a default Valk, you know?
I know. Unless it all depends really on like whoever our third ends up being, like what they run. I mean, my dream is to play freaking Horizon. Like I would just be so different on Horizon, but like nobody runs Bang. People run Bang, but they don't play Bang. You know what I mean? Like I feel like something I notice a lot when we play with other Bang players and I get to use a different legend is I feel like they're just not instinctive enough. And Ness feels the same way when we play with other cat players, is that like they just don't see what we see. So it's like it will be really hard for me to give up Bang, even if it's a MNK IGL. Like if they don't main Bang, I probably will stay on her.
Yeah.
But I'm the type of person that I'm up to cook on whoever. Like I'll use whoever. And I'm like always, I think it's really fun experimenting with new comps. So I'm down to use whoever for real.
And so I mean, kind of going off of that though, like, you know, when you guys are trialing or whatever, or practicing even, like what's your, how do I put it? Like what's your method to like practicing or, you know, like
a
learning
routine?
things together? Yeah, your routine.
So we've been really into 3v3s lately, which I love 3v3s because I came from COD. So like I used to play Respawn and stuff like that. So I love 3v3s. And it also just like I just love anything where I can shoot my gun. I usually sit in the range for like an hour before anything because I'm just a nerd and have no life. So I sit in the range for a really long time, sometimes longer, but it really depends. But so I usually range, and then we've been 3v3ing, which has been really good with trials. It's good to see like warm their comms up. I feel like 3v3s help our trials more than us, like before a scrim, because like I don't know, it's really hard to just jump into a scrim with somebody new and like find the flow of comms, especially when Ness and I are so loud. So I feel like 3v3s help people to get warmed up to us and warm up their flow of comms and stuff. And they're just fun. So I just love 3v3s. And then and then we scrim, and Ness and I are iron deficient as hell, so we're usually exhausted after and get off. Sometimes we rank though. It depends on the day.
Yeah. I've played with Ness a few times where she's on degen hours at times.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like she's yawning and everything, and I'm like, yo, I feel that.
Yeah, we are always exhausted or hungry or something.
So with your practice session, do you guys have like VOD reviews? Do you guys have like a coach or anything?
Yeah, we do. We have Coach Sassy, and we love Coach Sassy. Coach Sassy's like the bread to the butter for real. I don't know what the saying is, but Sassy is so insanely important to our team.
Yeah.
And like we love Risen Rose and we love Sassy, and Sassy is the main reason why we are like passionate to stay with Risen Rose, because just as an org, they provide so much for us, but Sassy like really does a lot for us. I mean, we VOD review when we feel it necessary, like if it's a big thing or if it's been a while since we VOD reviewed, we're like, okay, we need to VOD review. But usually like if Sassy sits in with us, we'll VOD review in between games as well. But I feel like the most value I get out of Sassy personally, especially as someone with zero experience, beforehand, like I just love to pick Sassy's brain. Like I will ask everything. Anybody who watches our VODs ever, if Sassy's sitting in with us, like it's literally just me asking a million questions back to back to back. Like I pick his brain for everything, and I also feel like I'm very coachable, which I don't want to like, hype myself up or anything, but I feel like, I mean, I grew up doing sports and stuff, so I know I'm a very coachable player. So just having a very knowledgeable coach from the very beginning, I feel like was huge towards my growth as a player, and I know huge towards Nessa and I's growth together. Like Sassy just does so much for us. He does our loot paths. Like literally any question I ever have at any point of the day, like Sassy will reply, even if he's like skiing in the fucking mountains. Like he will reply to us. He sends us VODs from Pro League and says like this is something we need to implement more. Like he really does a lot for us. So we get a lot of value out of him, and I feel like he's just the most huge part of like how fast Ness and I have been improving.
That's awesome though.
Yeah, so he's very important to us. Like we do not want to give up Sassy. We definitely want to find a third under Risen Rose, where we also just want somebody coachable because Sassy is just so good. So whenever we're trialing, like that's something I'm constantly thinking is, are they going to be coachable by Sassy? Are they going to work well with Sassy? So yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Sassy's the best.
Do you guys like what are some of your goals, I guess, going in, like you guys have 3 weeks left for QCPC. Like what are some goals that you guys are setting for yourself?
Well, we definitely want to be back in QC for sure. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. But like we know that we can handle these teams because Ness and I do it every single day, every single week.
Yeah.
So we really we want to get bumped back up, and we just want to go crazy. We want to be a top team, and we know that we can be, because like no matter who the third is with me and Ness, like whether it's a trial or a sub or whoever, like Ness and I have full capability of 2v3ing like these top teams, and we do it every single week. So it's like we just know with the right third that we will be a top team. So it's just a matter of like we want to, grind our way back up and find the right third and go crazy as fuck, basically.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I know you guys are probably wanting to take your time, finding your third.
Right.
And after this coming week, it is the bye week. Is there any differences like between, what am I trying to ask? Like the whole meta is going to be changed. Do you think it's going to change your guys' play style at all, or you guys are just going to keep doing you?
Honestly, I've been thinking about this a lot. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like we will still like do us. But I do think, I mean, it's definitely going to be hard to continue to trial with brand new people that we've never played with, and also like figure out how the fuck to adjust to the like basically new game. But I also feel like it could be a good thing. I think the fresh start to the season opens a lot of opportunities for teams who are maybe not at the top to take advantage and get themselves to the top. Like every single team is going to be adjusting. So I think that opens a lot of space for, like I said, like some of the lower place teams to learn faster than the big teams. And it also will show us which trials are like can adapt fast as well.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good thing. It will give a lot of people a fresh start and room to grow and beat out the other big teams. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's literally going to be like a whole brand new game.
Exactly.
It's like everyone's relearning.
The same thing happens with COD. Like I used to stream COD, and every single year there's a new Call of Duty game, and it opens up, like, it's a whole new game. It opens up so much room for the smaller creators to blow up off of it or to go crazy off of it, make new content off of it. So I think it's definitely going to open doors and shake up the current skill gap for sure.
Oh yeah. So just I want to ask, what is your most memorable moments in women's comp thus far?
Ooh, honestly, I mean, probably the his and hers qualifier. It was like, I think it was like 2 weeks into me scrimming with Riz and Rose. I'd never done a tournament other than the Pro-Am, and his and hers is obviously like a huge deal. So that was definitely like, I don't know, it was crazy too because I wasn't nervous. And like even for CC, I wasn't nervous, and I don't know how or why because I'm such an anxious little gal over here. But like I don't know how, just when I get in the game, I don't have nerves. I'm like, it's gonna go how it's gonna go, and the best I can do is do my part and hope that my teammates do their part, and whatever happens, we go next. So like, I don't know how though. I just didn't have nerves for his and hers. And I think it was game 6, maybe. It was a Storm Point game, a Cascade Zone. And Lumi's macros were just so fucking phenomenal that day. She put us in amazing spots for end games that day. We got 5th, I think, for the qualifier. And yeah, it's just an end game. His and hers were spectating me, which is like so awesome for me. that was like, especially because I only had 2 weeks of experience, so it just felt really cool to see myself on like the big screen. And I was just pissing damage for real. Like I was just shooting my gun. We ended up getting 2nd on the game. We didn't end up winning the game, but like it was just really cool to see myself like have the confidence in an end game to just shoot my gun, and like seeing his and hers reaction and like all the support I got from that. It was like definitely a huge deal for me. And definitely an eye opener as well, like since I basically just had no experience, like performing like that on the big screen was definitely like, you know, a sign to me. Like I'm a little spiritual girl, so that was like a big sign to me that like, okay, I'm doing the right thing, I'm in the right place, like I could go crazy and I need to stick with it.
I mean, it's just like, you know, you're on the correct path. Like it felt right.
Exactly. 100%. Yes.
Doing it.
Yes, for sure.
Like I don't know if it happens to you, but like for me when I'm watching back like VODs, especially like endgame, like there's some things that I'm saying where I don't even realize I'm saying. I'm just like, I feel like I kind of go into like a flow state of like knowing what to say, when to say, and I don't even realize it.
Yes, for sure. My chat says that like a different me unlocks in endgame. like I just take over micros and calm my fucking ass off and shoot my gun for real. Like I don't know what it is about end games, but the passion comes out for sure.
I feel that it's like I go into like Giga Brain mode. I'm just like one with the game.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think I just want to ask you one more question, and I think it's one of the biggest questions that we like to ask here.
Okay.
What do you think needs to happen in the scene for Apex to host a women's league similar to ALGS?
Ooh, girls need to do content. This is something we talked about in the women's comp group chat recently. And literally, women just need to do content. Like, it's even pro league, like pro league teams value, you know, like a decent player that does content over maybe a god tier player that doesn't do anything, just plays the game, doesn't stream, doesn't post, doesn't upload. Like content is just so important. And I know this for a fact because like when I came into the women's comp scene, I genuinely feel like my content is like what carried me a bit at first. Like everyone's like, who's this girl? Like barely performing in scrims, not doing shit. Like if you would look at scrim stats, you'd be like, wow, that girl's ass. And then you pull up my Twitter and it's like all these clips and it's like, oh wait, she can shoot. She just like, needs to gain experience and needs to work. But it also just brings in so much more attention to the women's comp scene. Like people need to be streaming, people need to be posting to TikTok, posting to Twitter. I mean, even uploading to YouTube, like there is not much competitive content on YouTube for Apex except for the Pro League players. And I know like maybe a year ago in women's comp, people were uploading a little bit of content and VODs and stuff. And I think that needs to come back. Yeah, I mean, if we want orgs to get involved with the scene, if we want women's comp to become this huge thing, which it absolutely can, like we are women. You know what I mean? Like being a woman already is such a huge advantage. So it's like if we just all collectively focused on content, like it would really make such a difference. Even if you just streamed it, like some people, maybe don't have the confidence to upload to YouTube or upload TikToks or use face cam or I mean, I barely use Facecam anymore at this point, but like there's just so much you could do, even if it's literally just a post to Twitter once a week. Like it brings a lot of attention to the scene more than people think. So I definitely think people need to get on their fucking content grind.
No, 100%. I mean, I think the women's comp can definitely take advantage and benefit from what like the ALGS pro teams do, or like there's I can't remember the name of the YouTube channel, but he literally uploads every POV of every single team.
Oh wow.
And
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah,
I think I've heard of him.
He just has hours upon hours of VODs that you can watch from every single team. Like they have the entire, like match day and everything. And I feel like if someone were to do that for women's comp, like not only for just for the sake of like VOD reviewing other teams and like watching how they play and everything and learning, but definitely getting everyone's names out there.
Yeah,
it's like people
100%.
will see it, start watching it, and then lead to them checking the streams out or their TikToks or their YouTubes.
Yeah, they're also just like, I think another crucial part to the women's scene growing is like there just needs to be more women. Like there's just not that many women like in the comp scene, which it may seem from an outsider perspective like there is, but I mean like in my opinion, I feel like there's not enough women in the scene. Which probably like some people are probably scared because I know me personally, when I had started thinking I wanted to get into comp, but then I never, did anything with it for a whole year. But like I know I maybe had not the greatest perception on women's comp because of social media and the shit that happens on social media. And so that's also another thing that like the girls have been saying is like, we need to work together. And I think that that's definitely been happening. Like, I think all of the women collectively have been working together a lot more, offering help, offering resources, helping each other out. I mean, I know there's many top teams that offer help and tips and assistance to a lot of like the smaller teams, the baby teams, like literally anybody that needs it. So I think people maybe have a skewed perception on women's comp that I think needs to change because a lot of the women in the scene are amazing, wonderful ladies.
Yeah.
And just very nice girls. So I think that's a big part of it as well. But I think women's comp is on the right track. And I think it'll change soon for sure. I think more girls are gonna work their way into the scene and realize, most of the people are nice
definitely.
girls.
No, like, dude, like, I mean, the women's scene is so small that all you guys literally like know each other and recognize your names, and
Yeah,
it's
for
very
sure.
rare. I mean, I hate to bring it up, but I feel like I need to. What happened a couple of days ago with those piece of shit dudes who joined the ladies' night You know, it's like everyone saw those names and everyone was like, "Who the fuck are these people?"
Yeah.
And I mean, lo and behold, it turned out to be SA dudes. Just
yeah,
dude, that's how down bad do you have to be? You know,
we were so heartbroken about that too, because literally first game of the freaking tournament, we dropped 10 KP and we died in 14th place, which is like crazy. Like 10 KP in 14th is crazy. We were playing COD Zombies for sure. But so it was like, you know, it was just a crazy start. We won our thermal con. Like we felt really good after that game. It was more so just a miscommunication on the rotate that got us killed. But
yeah.
So like, and then we have a super shit, you know, next 2 games. But like we just felt so good after that first game. We were like, oh my gosh, like we could totally be top of the leaderboard, you know. And then that happened, and everybody voted to reschedule to a new day rather than. It was crazy because the guys' team, they were in like 18th place till game 3. Like they were maybe had a couple kills. So, which I understand does affect like everybody else's game. So, you know, I don't want to be selfish and say just restart from game 3, but like, yeah, we definitely wanted to just restart from game 3, and everyone voted to reschedule for another day, which was not fun. But we were so heartbroken about that because we had such a good start to the day.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate.
Yeah, it happens,
but
but
I agree with both sides. I mean, you know, for competitive integrity, I think rescheduling and having, you know, a full lobby kind of makes sense.
yeah,
But at the
especially
same
when there's money
time,
on the line.
yeah, having money on the line, that's like the biggest thing, you know.
Yeah.
At the same time, like I think playing it out after kicking that team would also like light some fire like under, you know, everyone's ass to fucking like do even better.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely wanted to just restart game 3 for sure. I know that they had like the guys team got a win that game with 16 KP.
Mm-hmm.
So I know they griefed the shit out of a lot of people that game. But yeah, I definitely see both sides. But I definitely wanted just wanted to keep playing.
Yeah. No, I think I would have done the same. Just you know,
Yeah.
just play it out. We're here already. You know, why not?
Yeah, because then it's like, dang, we just wasted all this time for some men to ruin it. Like, we're gonna let men ruin
that's
it.
fucked up, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it
I
is
hope
what it is.
you know, like I did see like some of their names. I just hope they get blackballed from everything that they try to do and they
Every
get
tournament
recognized for
ever.
it.
I agree.
That's just horrible though.
Yeah, very cringe. Like, and those are the people that talk down on the women's scene as well. Like,
No,
and
100%.
meanwhile, they came in and got shit on. So, yeah, I don't know. Cringe.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you get out of here. So, you know, let the people know where they can find you and you know when you stream and all that good stuff.
xoKomplex on all socials. What else? That's like pretty much it. I stream every single day. I'm not streaming this weekend, but I stream scrims and 3v3s and tourneys every single day. So yeah, my VODs are up. Stalk me.
Just stalk me.
Yo, I literally put that in our LFT post, in our LF1 post. I literally put, I post content everywhere. Stalk me. Word
It's
for
a good
word.
way to, you know,
Yeah,
to find the right third, you know, especially like if they can find literally everything, you know, see exactly how you play.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I do. I like to stalk, so.
All right, Comp. Well, just want to say thank you for coming on. You've been awesome.
Thank you guys for having me.
You know, I'm stoked to see Risen Rose going back up into Queen's Cup and making some noise.
Hell yeah, for sure. I appreciate you guys so much.
And we appreciate you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Have a good one, guys.
Bye, Comp. Bye.
Bye. We just ending stream right there.
No, Steve. I just want to apologize real quick, chat. So I got hotkeys, right? I don't know what y'all heard. I'm sorry. My hotkeys wrong. I got a DM to Joe, mute your shit, Ryno. I was like, oh damn. so my bad. But big shout out to Cop, bro. That was awesome. Good interview, man. You know, and I just want to reiterate on one of her points, the content, dude. I was preaching this.
Content, man.
Shout out to Kai. She mentioned this on the last podcast, last episode, man. And I was talking about it during the all my watch parties this week, and you know, the Queen's Cup cast and whatnot, and just the content is just so important, bro. Like, for even if you don't play in women's comp, just being a women's content creator for Apex Legends too. Like, just the whole aspect of women in gaming. You need to make content so people see your content. You know, they need to know who you are, right? Make a name for yourself. Content, bro. You got to focus on content. Record your games, bro. Record every single game you play in comp. I mean, even if you don't want to go live, just record it and post it. You know, even if it's not the best game. What you said last week, Steve, turn it into a learning experience. Make it a tip video of what you did wrong and how you can improve on that kind of stuff. People love that stuff, bro. You know, do a VOD review with your coach and record the session. People love that kind of stuff. There's plenty of opportunity to make content in competitive scene, as well as, you know, just running around pubs and frying. I mean, Complex, she just posted a video the other day. I watched it last night, I think, or the night before. Dropped like her first 20 bomb, I think it was, with Horizon. It was just like that stuff, bro. Like, people love watching that stuff, man. And it's just a lot of ladies in the QCPC are definitely handicapping themselves in growth, bro. And there's a lot of talented ladies in the scene that could make some insane content, dude. I already know it, you know.
100%.
And they're handicapping themselves and the scene. So it all starts the competitors, 100%. So,
dude, like, even going back to just like competitive overall, like, it's been said time and time again, you know, like Apex is carried by the competitive scene. Like, we see 100%. The numbers not only just on Twitch, but like YouTube, like when ALGS is happening, jump from, I mean, on Twitch, you know, from 20K up to like 175K. You know, it's, and then, you know, the women's scene can definitely capitalize on that and just say, hey, you know, we have a competitive scene team, like, to come watch us. You know, like, I'm on Reddit a lot, so every once in a while on the competitive Apex Reddit, you know, the women's scene is mentioned, and it's super awesome to see. And like, I want to be part of, you know, bringing that up with you guys, and, you know, showing what you guys have to offer. And, you know, that's what Queen's Cast is for. We're here to support all of you guys, and,
for sure,
you know, with all of your ventures, you know, not only just competitive, but just all of you guys just growing as creators.
Yeah. We're the main goal when I started all of this was to give a platform for y'all, man. Like, you guys deserve it. You guys are cracked. You know, I think, you know, growing into Apex as a whole, and then finding all these talented players, and then getting introduced to the women's comp scene, I was just like, wow, like, how did I not know about this? Like, all I knew about was like Shiv FPS and those kind of creators, and, you know, no, all power. They're insane. Like, don't take this the wrong way. They're great, but, you know, it's like there's also a lot of talented, you know, ladies out there, man. Like, I knew who Hey Girl was, I knew who Sabs was and stuff like that. But then once I started getting in deeper into Queen's Cup, I mean, or whatever, I'm just gonna say Queen's Cup, into women's comp, I started finding players, and like talented ass players, like PBG, for example, pretty Bond girl. You know, comp we had on today, Ness, you know, just so many, Slim Shay, you know, hosting the Queen's Cup Random Royale, discovering all those people that are just so talented. Like YMV, another one. She posts his clips from time to time on Twitter, bro, but she needs to, like, she's another one, absolute demon at the game. But there's more to content creation than just posting a clip on Twitter. So you guys really got to dive into it. And
like, in the beginning too, I think one of the first bigger Apex streamers I was watching, like, back then too, was Lulu. You know,
Lulu, of
just
course,
completely like just cracked out of the game. Like holy shit, yeah, right? The Kraber Queen herself, man.
She made a name for herself like that. You know, that helped the scene tremendously. So yeah, no, I love that point. Comp brought it up again, you know, and we heard it last week from Kai, and it was it's true. You guys got to focus on your content, man, 100%. Bring the content numbers up, and you guys will see you guys will see an improvement in the women's scene for sure. TikTok, YouTube Shorts are booming. Instagram is still decent. You know, just post everywhere, anywhere. You know, do your research, learn when to post, how to post, what to post, and you know, it's worth the time. It's worth the time because not only will it improve the women's comp scene, but it'll improve it for you as well, like you as a person and like as a Apex player. Like you'll be able to grow your own brand rather than just women's comp.
Even on Reddit, like making a post of you know, like if you know the people that are here right now, if you haven't, go check out the competitive Apex subreddit. There's a lot of things there, and I mean, you can even post your own, links to saying, hey, like I'm playing competitive. You know, if you're playing in CCs in a few weeks, post that you're playing, and things like that.
Yeah, you never know.
All outlets. Yeah.
Yep, you never know.
Take advantage of it.
Network, content. So I agree. Comp, great interview with Complex there. Awesome points, awesome stuff. But Stee, I think that's it, bro. I think that's it, man. Yeah, Zona usually closes us out, so I'll do it today.
I gotta take a piss, so.
Steve's gonna go to the bathroom, but big shout out to Complex again, guys. Check her out. Exclamation point comp in chat. You can check out her YouTube channel. I gotta take a piss though. No, big shout out
dude,
to
I've been drinking coffee for like 2.5 hours. Dude.
Man's been shaking his like I've been listening to your chair fucking quiver the past hour. No, big shout out to Complex for coming on, man. You guys are awesome, man. All the guests we've had so far, 3 episodes in, this has been awesome. Hopefully we can continue to grow this. We can continue to grow this platform as well for you guys to showcase your talents and whatnot on. But yeah, thank you, Comp, for coming on today. Next week we got Anna. I will not be here. So I'm gonna be in Maine. So we'll figure out what's gonna happen. We'll definitely have a show. We'll figure it all out. But yeah, happy Sunday. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Be safe out there. Don't drink and drive. You'll lose. And no Queen's Cup this week. So make sure you guys pay attention to Twitter for some updates. Hopefully we get a solid update this week, chat. Keep your fingers crossed for us. We have something in the works and something huge. And we're really, really hoping it comes through. I mean, I am optimistic about it, but it doesn't hurt to get some extra finger crossed in the background there as well. So wish us the best there. We should get some information on Monday or Tuesday. But enjoy your Valentine's Day if you're celebrating. If not, slay out in the new season. Enjoy it, season 20. Try to make it the best it can be.
Real quick too. Ryno, I just want to say, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be a face of, this women's comp scene. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure working with you for. It's been over a year now, right?
Yeah, it's been over a year, bro.
Well over a year. And seeing all these girls grow, these teams just get better, and I just want to say thank you, man. I really appreciate you.
You got it, man. I do it for everybody. I'm looking to build something here, and I'm looking to provide a platform for ladies across Apex to showcase their stuff and compete at a high level, man. You guys deserve it. You guys earned it, and I'm happy I can somewhat provide that. I'm not saying I'm going to be the savior of women's comp, but
savior.
I'm definitely I've been labeled that for some reason, but I'm definitely trying, and I appreciate those that do support me and back me up and vouch for me and stuff. It means a lot to me behind the scenes. It truly does. Something I talk to Stee and them about behind closed doors and stuff. It's just very it means a lot to me. It means a lot, and I take all that to the heart. So I do appreciate y'all for supporting me and supporting the Queen's Cup, Queen's Cast, Princess Cup, man. We have nothing but big plans for the rest of the year, so you guys stay tuned. And we will catch you. I guess next Sunday, right? Because we get no Queen's Cup. So if you guys are craving Queen's Cup Princess Cup content, check out the YouTube channel. I got the VOD actually just uploaded about 24 minutes ago from Queen's Cup this past week. Princess Cup will be up later in the week. I do all those edits myself, so you got to give me some time. Thank you guys again for coming by today. We're going to raid out here, Stee. Any final words you got for the viewers?
I just want to say, if you guys, want to fully support us, go check out the YouTube. Hit us up on Discord if you have any questions, or if you want to even be a guest on the show. It's plan something.
Yeah, we got a lot of ladies on the list right now that we're going to be asking here for March. But if you are watching, you want to participate in the Queen's Cast, don't be afraid to hit me up. Hit up Zona. Zona's DMs are always open. And, Stee as well. So let us know if you want to hop on. But yeah, enjoy your weekend. Be safe tonight. And we're going to raid out to one of my co-casters from this past weekend. She is also involved in the women's comp scene. Her name is Boogie. She's playing Pal World right now. I know some of you in here are enjoyers of the Pal World, so show some love.
Addicts.
She's awesome. She's a really good person. Very good vibes. Awesome co-caster. We casted the Blaze Cup this past weekend, so go show Boogie some love. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you so much for supporting the show. And once again, if you listen on Spotify, leave us 5 stars. The more 5-star reviews we get, the more it surfaces in the algorithm. So yeah, show some love. I appreciate you guys so much. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Steve, real quick, who you got winning tonight?
Who I got winning tonight? I mean, I know I was joking about it earlier, but being from California, I do want to say the Niners, but I think KC takes it, man.
Chat. Got a Niner fan over here, bro.
I'm not a Niner fan, bro. I'm just saying for this, it's California, man.
No, I got
my home state.
I got Casey. I got the Taylor Swift buff going crazy today. Casey's got to win.
Taylor Swift buff.
Casey's going to win. And my squares are going to hit, and I'm going to get money. That's what's going to happen today. All right, guys.
Go Chiefs and the
Go Chiefs and the Swifties. Hell yeah. All right, Comp, thank you so much for coming on today. Guys, go show love to Boogie.
Appreciate you, Comp.
Go show love to Boogie. She's awesome. And we'll see you guys. I'll do watch parties this week, though. Yes. See my channel. I'll be doing watch parties all week. So,
nice.
I'm by for that for the women's comp scene. So I'll be doing watch parties. So, all right, you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Love you. Bye.